Hey guys, we're back in the old garage here and working on the old Montgomery Ward. Actually both of them. The green one decided to mess up on me too. So the green one, this is going to be just kind of like an update kind of video, kind of what I'm doing. Kind of like an in-between kind of video. So the green one got a major problem with the shell of the deck. Like I put new quill assemblies in it and straightened all the linkages, and one blade is cutting like this much lower than the other one for some reason. If you look at the deck, like when it's off, it'll flex right in the middle of it. So it's just getting to the point where it's just about had it. I have another shell that's very similar to this, so I might have to change that out at some point. This one was cutting very uneven too. I'll put in a couple of pictures I took. This was the green one cutting like this. At this point was before I changed the quill assemblies. I looked like one blade was just getting under, when it got under load, the belt tensioner was making the deck flex and making one blade cut like a groove, as you'll see. This one was doing it too, just not as bad. So you see I already got the deck off of it. And here's what happened a couple months ago. I tried to fix it the best I could. I hit a root, been in this part right here. You can see the blade's extremely close now. So I need to bend all this back out and try to weld like some type of brace on there. And also the brace I put on the chute broke off too, so I got to redo that. I might try to put like a roller or a couple more casters on it just to keep it from happening again. So the quill assemblies are wore out completely. It's kind of hard to see on the video. There's a very large amount of play in them. And one of these is the one I put grease fittings on. Bearings already went out in it, but the bearings are still fine. It's like the bearings are moving in the housing. So I don't know, maybe the bearing locked up and it just wore it out or what, but so we'll have to figure that out. It's the 21st of August right now, 22, and I was hoping this would hold up until winter, where I could take this deck and the other deck off and that other shell and kind of take 3 decks and make 2 out of the better ones. Just make it like a winter project, but it's getting to the point where we're going to have to do something right now. So I'm going to take this apart, take the spindles out, quill assemblies, and go from there. These blades should be still good, because I had to change one blade because that hit so hard that it bent and shattered the blade adapter. Which you can hit a toothpick with one of these and shatter the blade adapter, it seems like. And this video is not going to be detailed, just going to be kind of hit or miss, just kind of showing you what I ran into, you know, trying to mow grass. And just a constant battle with these older mowers, and maybe eventually we'll be able to get a new 0 turn or something like that. Alright, let's take it apart, off camera obviously, and go from there. Alright, so with the blades off, first thing I found is this blade adapter broke right here, which is not surprising. Here's the new quill assemblies, the ones I had on the green one temporarily just to test it. Alright, so just pressure washed it, cleaned up pretty good, got some loose paint off of it, and covered one of the original stickers, so we'll have to try to mask that off and maybe try to get the rest of that paint off of it. Alright, so here's the roller I got. It's 3 inches wide, and I think it's like 7 inches long, I believe. It came with the pin. I'll put the part number in just in case anybody wants the exact same thing. Hopefully this works out good. But I'm going to do most of the straightening and the repair and making the brackets and stuff off camera. We'll just kind of look at it when we're done, because this ain't going to be like a step-by-step how-to video or nothing like that. So hope you understand. So let's look at it here in a few. Okay, so I got this piece welded in here. It's not the prettiest weld and everything, but just kind of filling in some gaps more or less just to strengthen up this front lip. Not going for looks so much. We're trying to get something done. It's hard to weld this thin metal with a stick welder. It is a DC rod welder, a little titanium 225. Alright, so this is what I came up with. I was originally going to have like different holes for height settings on this, but I figured just doing it like this would be the easiest way. I can just swing it down and hopefully I can get it tight enough so at least the little thing won't make this pivot on there. As you see, I got everything just loose enough, so just a little bit of play. Now, I was going to make this a separate piece and paint it like black or something and put on there. But now I can just take the roller out and just leave the bracket on there. That way it all looks like it's a factory. I already put the quill assemblies in temporarily and checked for clearance. This one was the closest and it was still pretty far away from the blade, so no issues with that. Got plenty of clearance all through here. So now we're ready to finish prepping it. And I do have to weld another brace in here. I did that a long time ago and it broke off. So we got to do that and we're pretty much ready to paint it. Alright, so I'm not going to show all the painting on camera. I already sprayed the tack coat. I just kind of want to show you what kind of paint I was using and what kind of setup I got. So this is Magic brand paint. It's like a tractor paint. If you remember my little diesel tractor project from about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago, this is left over from it. So this is the same red that I used on the fenders and some of the stuff on it. So it's decent paint. It's got hardener to go into it, and we're just letting for the tack coat to set up a little bit. And I'm using a gravity feed sprayer. Nothing too special going on here. The water filter on it, the regulator, and same setup I used before. I think it's the same spray gun. I might use a different gun on that tractor. I can't remember. So I sprayed the floor down to help the water, to help with the paint on the floor a little bit. Got a light tack coat sprayed, and it's tack now. It's ready for the first coat. I'm not going to show it on camera, but we'll look at it here in a second. I went ahead and taped off that one label on there. Also note, I didn't prime the whole thing. I probably should have. You see I'm getting bleed through here, but it just takes a little bit more to cover if you don't prime it. I didn't have very much primer to work with. I'm just trying to prime the bare metal spots, so we'll just have to watch out. Yeah, I got the second coat sprayed, and it's actually looking pretty good. The deck's pretty rough shape, so it's not like it's going to look like a brand new one. It's not what we're going for. We're just trying to dress it up a little bit and make it work. It's kind of the point of this. As long as it holds up for a while, we'll be fine. Alright, so just sprayed the second coat, and it looks pretty good. Flowed out good. And it's going to die down some probably, but having the hardener in it's going to help it keep some of the shine. Which, it's a motor deck. It's not really that critical. And besides that, even if it did stay like this until it dried, you mow with it one time and it's going to get dusty and everything. It just starts dulling the paint down, and there's nothing we can really do about that. But it just looks a lot better than it did. So just let it dry, and we'll look at it here in a few days. Alright, so I just got the deck back on. Had a couple problems with some of the linkages. Finally got everything lined up right. Never mind the motor, it needs clean. Don't match right now, but there it is. I don't know if I showed it or not, but I also painted the belt guards and putting the other pulleys on it off the other motor. Put the same belt back on it because it was still good. Roller's sitting just about perfect, right where it should be. So hopefully this will help it. Get ready to see what happens with it. I'll try to get some mowing on camera and see how good or how bad of a cut we're getting with it. Alright guys, just got through mowing and it's cutting 100 times better than it was. The roller held up, didn't move or nothing. Had a cotter pin break on that back linkage, had to change that, but no big deal. It's cutting real good, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Just thought I'd share this with you, and right now it's the first week of September. I'll probably go ahead and put this video up next, just because I thought I'd like to put it up during the grass mowing season. So, got any questions, comments, or suggestions of a better way to do this, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.